Take a deep breath in and exhale. Close your eyes, keep breathing deeply. See yourself entering into a space that goes beyond the physical place that you are in. It's a place where our souls are able to meet, acknowledge each other, to nourish and celebrate each other. Call it a magical, special, blessed, sacred place. Use the word that resonates with you the most. This is your meditation, and it is about your life. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, see yourself in the presence of the entity that you value the most. God, the higher power, the source, the universe, whatever it is. It is perfect even in the perceived imperfections of others about your beliefs, or even in your own perceived imperfections about your beliefs. If you are judging anything in your belief, place it in front of you. Place it as a piece of the puzzle. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, declare that it was the wise decision to step up into this space. Declare that you are willing and able to make the most of this time and from your life. Declare that with a grateful, loving heart, you are willing to receive your message for today. Aware that even if you don't like it, you know it is coming all the way from the subconscious to the conscious, and is giving you the gift of healing. The opportunity, if you choose, to heal whatever it is that shows up. Take a deep breath and exhale. Declare that you are receptive toward your message for today, and that you are willing and able to interview it with curiosity as your ally. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, let go all attachment to a specific way or form. Could the message shows up as a thought? Yes. Memory, emotion, body sensation, all of those are different possibilities. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, let go all attachment to a specific message. Is that message an option? Indeed it is. Are you keeping in mind that the universe is infinite? Infinite root. Infinite root. Therefore, the message that you will listen today, declare that you know is the one that will allow you to give the biggest steps for your life. Take a deep breath in and exhale. And declare that you honor your inner fire and determine the next step. You honor your inner fire and determine the next step. I honor my inner fire and determine the next step. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, observe which came first. Something, thought, the memory, body sensation related to where you passed, where you perceive that you fill the blank. Maybe you choose the next step, you thought it was the correct one, and now what are you judging in yourself, in the situation, or even in others around that? Or maybe you perceive that you were supposed to fill the blank and you didn't because fill the blank. And from that moment, which labels did you place on yourself? Take a deep breath in and exhale everything that could be overwhelming you at this moment. I honor my inner fire and determine the next step. I honor my inner fire and determine the next step. Is it possible that you are feeling the urge to tell me that you can't determine the next step because fill the blank? That's part of the message. Place it in front of you. Is it possible that you are trying to tell me you don't know all the stuff that I have tried and didn't work? Are you sure it didn't work? Yes, I'm sure it didn't work because of... What if what you consider didn't work because you are attached to a specific result? You were attached to a specific result. What if it is working perfectly for something even greater, bigger, bolder in your life? Take a deep breath in and exhale. I honor my inner fire and determine the next step. I honor my inner fire and determine the next step. Look into your future. Do you have clear, precise steps for every area of your life? Are you trying to tell me I am always 10 steps ahead of everyone? I know what I will want to do in every area of my life. Vocational, physical, financial, familiar, mental, spiritual, social. Really? Is it possible that is causing you anxiety? Is it possible that your attachment to a specific future is blocking you for enjoying the present moment as it is? I can't enjoy the present moment as it is because of... Fill the blank. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, observe if anything that I am telling you or the sound of my voice, anything is provoking in you pain or is bothering you or is provoking anger. Receive everything as part of the message. I honor my inner fire and determine the next step. I honor my inner fire and determine the next step. What if you choose to ask yourself today? Could it be to calm down the next step required? Could it be to calm down? Or if you're saying, I don't need to calm down, I am already calm. What I need is, fill the blank, is part of your message. Is that something you really need? Or is something that you would like to have? Do you know the difference? Take a deep breath in and exhale. I honor my inner fire and determine the next step. I honor my inner fire and determine the next step. Are you aware that for being here, you are already allowing your spirit to become stronger, your mind to become precise, sharper, and with a more loving heart, you are allowing yourself space for the next steps. Take a deep breath in and exhale. I honor my inner fire and determine the next step. I honor my inner fire and determine the next step. Do you realize that in order for you to step up into new levels of service, profits, health, freedom, and greatness, in whichever way you value the most, your willingness to calm down, to take time to determine your next steps, make a difference in the way you proceed, in the way you interact with others, in the way you interact with yourself. Take a deep breath in and exhale. I honor my inner fire and determine the next step. I honor my inner fire and determine the next step. If you believe that in every area of your life you are already determining your next step, is it possible that when you interact with people that you perceive they have no clue of their next step, whatever that means? Is it possible that you automatically, consciously or not, close yourself to their ideas, to their projects? Could those ideas or projects be fabulous and allow you to flourish? It could. Or not. Take a deep breath in and exhale. I honor my inner fire and determine the next step. I honor my inner fire and determine the next step. Are you in the trap that believe that determining the next step is in order for you to be able to design your next 5, 10, 20, 30, 40 years ahead or more? what if, especially if you are feeling the impulse to tell me, I have no clue of which are going to be my steps because of fill the blank. What if you choose that the next step, instead of months, years, even weeks, is going to be in terms of minutes? What if you determine right now that after you finish this meditation, you will give yourself time to take it? 3 deep breath in. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. And if you don't feel like make the third, don't do it. This is your meditation, and it is about your life. I honor my inner fire and determine the next step. I honor my inner fire and determine the next step. Could it be it is time to review those labels that you have placed on yourself or that others place on yourself and you allow it? About those moments that you perceived you didn't know the steps, or you did know but you didn't choose to take them, whatever it is. Declare, I adjust my perspective about who I am. And from a place of love, I align with my future. I align my perspective about who I am. And align from a place of love with my future. How does that look like for you? Take a deep breath in and exhale. I honor my inner fire and determine the next step. Could it be your next step to stop telling, fill the blank, if there is something that you are telling yourself that you won't tell a friend, that you will consider hurtful or harsh for others, take the step of transform that into something else. Take a deep breath in and exhale. I honor my inner fire and determine the next step. Could it be to calm down the next step required? As you choose to keep asking yourself if calm down is the next step required, observe if you believe that calm down is a small step, a meaningless step. What do you believe about that? Because if you, for any reason, believe a step is unworthy, you will never take it. Take a deep breath in and exhale. I honor my inner fire and determine the next step. I honor my inner fire and determine the next step. Ask yourself, who do I believe I am when I don't know which will be the next step? What do I believe about me or about others when we are clueless about the next step. Are you aware that you believing someone is clueless about their next steps could be a wrong perception, could be an out of alignment perception? They could be perceiving they are in alignment with their deepest desires. The question is, are you willing to look into the future just to find your inner desires? Are you willing to unleash those attachments to a specific future and give yourself the freedom to access something that right now you can't even see further from what you are looking at? Take a deep breath in and exhale. I honor my inner fire and determine the next step. I honor my inner fire and determine the next step. What if your next step is choosing to whatever steps you take it from a place of love? What if your next step is to adjust your perspective about who you are from a place of love? What if you choose to see others from a place of love? How will you speak? How will you act? How will you listen? Take a deep breath in and exhale. I honor my inner fire and determine the next step. I honor my inner fire and determine the next step. If by any chance you are thinking, my inner fire is getting weaker because of, fill the blank. Are you aware that even in those moments that you perceive your inner fire is getting weaker, your soul is guiding you to something else? That is the reason you are here. This space is allowing your inner fire to grow. The question is, are you willing to learn, grow, and evolve from those perceptions, from those pieces of the puzzle that you perceive you have in front of you? Or will you allow all misaligned perceptions, all incomplete perceptions about your past or about your present circumstances guide you? Take a deep breath in and exhale. I honor my inner fire and determine the next step. I honor my inner fire and determine the next step. I honor my inner fire and determine the next step. Blessings.